What is Scrum?
So Scrum is an interpretation of an agile process. So it's a delivery mechanism. There's lots of different delivery mechanisms out there, including like Kanban, Scrum. Uh, a lot of people like combining those. So Scrum Ban. If you look up delivery mechanisms, software delivery mechanisms, most of these actually came from like car manufacturing of all places. So we like stealing from physical manufacturer places to develop software. So Scrum usually indicates that you need to work on a sprint being however long you want, and then you have iterations of that sprint to complete different types of work. So you have milestones that you usually need to hit, which is usually like a software release date or something. You have features, story points, user stories. There's like lots of different things around Scrum. Every company is going to be doing it slightly differently because, as any good Scrum book will tell you at the beginning of Scrum, modify the process to your team's specific needs. So every time I ever go into a company and they say we're Scrum-ish, it's like, no, you're Scrum. Because like even though you're Scrum-ish, you don't have to do everything that the book or the company or whatever say. You're modifying it to fit your specific needs. So that's what Scrum is at a high level.
And I would agree with you. So I'm going to pile on with the iterative process. That's one of the big things is that the work is organized, is prioritized. So that way, when you have your sprint, which is your, like you said, a period of work, could be a week, could be 2 weeks, could be 3 weeks, you have the most important stuff in there. And then the whole idea behind it is to be agile, to be able to move and to be able to change the direction of your work as you need to be. Now, and I also agree with you, every place says they're Scrum, every place says they're agile. They're all different. The software development lifecycle is completely different. I remember where I was an intern, they go, yeah, this next project, we're doing everything. We're doing it by the book. We're Scrum. And then I was talking to one of my buddies there, and the other team that was doing it the old way was doing the exact same thing. So you just get used to the buzzwords and you get used to the process, I would say.
Yeah, and there's like a new it's kind of like a new movement from the people who brought the Agile Manifesto, which I would definitely recommend people read if like you're interested in this type of thing. There's this like small segment of people who like wrote that who are saying that Agile, the capital A Agile that have like come up with these things like Scrum, is dead. As in, like it's bad. We shouldn't be doing it. We need to come up with something new. And they've kind of come out and said like we're sorry that like we wrote this manifesto but didn't write the like how to actually take this thing and then like move it into like actual processes and practices that you can like take into your uh like work, because the Agile Manifesto literally says people over process, and what is Scrum if not literally a textbook of processes that you
Mm-hmm.
need to do?
Well,
So they're kind of upset by it.
and I do find it funny too when people get trapped in the process and they're like, we have to do this. And you're like, but this isn't working there. But the book says we have to do it.
No,
And going back to your original point, I love the idea that if you can mold it to what your team needs and what your company needs.
exactly.